It's been about 6 months since the start of the meteoric rise of Chappell Roan. You may know Chappell Roan for her hits Hot to Go, Femininomenon, Red Wine Supernova, Good Luck Babe, or her unreleased smash hit, The Subway. And Chappell Roan, girl, you are in trouble. Cue intro. Girl, get in trouble! Are you in trouble, one may ask? Well, if we look at the pop girly environment through the lens of Game of Thrones, we'll see that Chappell Roan in many ways is the Khaleesi of the pop girl environment right now, the biome, ecosystem, if you will. For many years under tyrannical rule, we have had the Lannister party finagle their way in
to power.
And that Lannister clan in the pop girl ecosystem is Taylor Swift. Beyonce, as Tiffany New York Pollard would say, she is, I would say, a religion, if you will. She is the Lord of Light. Who else do we need? What do we need? Okay, Khaleesi, Chappell Roan. She comes from an ancient source of power that has been dormant for some time. She comes from Valyria, the Dragon Riders, okay, the Targaryens. The Targaryen clan is Gaga. Gaga, wake up, girl. Gaga, stop it with the acting, baby. Folia joie? No.
LG7, come here.
Okay, so we're painting this picture, we're painting this environment. Rihanna. Who is Rihanna? Who are you, Rihanna? Rihanna, you were very, very powerful, and now you no longer are doing anything except for making money, the high towers. There we go. Rihanna is a high tower. You see this intricate web being developed, right? Of who is who. And what scares me, and why I think Chappell Roan, girl, you're in trouble, is we don't know what's going to happen to Khaleesi, okay? Daenerys, in many ways, is a wild card. She's gained an enormous army in Essos. Essos, they are the gays. Westeros is the
heterosexuals.
Essos is, in many senses of the word, the queerlands. And the further you get out into Essos, the less Westeros understands you. Yes. You get far out into the depths of Essos. Westeros hasn't even heard of some of these things. Trans. That is Valyria. T and E, baby girl. Oh my God. That is speaking in High Valyrian. I just cracked the code there. George R.R. Martin is writing a queer novel steeped in queerdom. Essos is where Khaleesi is, right? That is where Chappell Roan is. She is situated strongly within the queer community. And so she is about to traverse the seas, the rocky seas that separate these two continents and try to take over. And in many ways, she's moving at lightning speed. This could be because of her dragons being her bops. They're just taking her there at a speed that we have not seen in recent memory. Last time we saw was Aegon the Conqueror. Gaga is Aegon. Aegon is Gaga. And so once she gets here, the Lannisters are gonna do whatever they need to fucking do, okay? To put a stop, to put an end to Miss Daenerys Chappell Roan Targaryen. And so that's what's making me nervous, is that Taylor Swift has been very, very quiet on the situation at hand, mamas. She's been very, very quiet. And we know that's not normal. Because look at what she just did to Charlie XCX. And who is Charlie XCX, you might ask? Charlie XCX is Pedro Pascal. Her eyes got pushed in, okay? She was the brat. As a result of that, Miss Lannister had to attack. Miss Taylor Swift had to attack her and put a stop. put a stop. But she still has a cult following. So Chappell has some backing behind her, and secretly she has some backing in Westeros, the heteronormative land, right? And I think what we need to see is some of that backing become financial backing, because Lannister Swiftie has a lot of financial backing, historically speaking, right? So how can we catch Chappell Roan up? How can we catch her up? Protect mamas, insulate mamas, while letting her be on the attack. And that's what's making me nervous, because what I don't want to happen is a Game of Thrones Season 8 finale, where she loses it, mamas. She loses it and burns it all to the ground. Don't do that, Chappell. I don't think you're going to do that. I really don't. You know why? Because you know who wrote that story? Men. Men wrote that story. And Chappell, you're not going to allow that. No, you're not. You've got an all-female writing room. Female in the broader sense of the word, don't cancel me. I mean assigned female at birth and assigned non-female at birth. Okay, don't come for me. I am painting a story right now, okay? I'm focused on the bigger picture, okay? I am a queer ally, baby girl. So what do we think is going to happen next? Well, at the beginning of this, I mentioned the song The Subway by Chappell Roan. And she has been teasing that at festivals over the past several weeks and or months. And this song, if you have not heard it, listen to it. You can find it almost anywhere. This song slaps harder than my mom when I used to say the P word as a child, okay? And that is very hard. No, she did not abuse me, she didn't do anything, but mama put me in my place, okay? I grew up in a household of 10 siblings, okay? It was eat or be eaten. This song slaps very hard. Chappell has said that she might or might not release it. Now, I find that verbiage very concerning and interesting at the same time, because I personally would love for it to be released, even though I'm listening to it potentially illegally behind the scenes. But the question for me is, when is the right time for her to release her new music? Given that we have the gnawing hands of the Lannisters and the Swifties begging for just one small mistake. When is the right time for Chappell to release the music? And my hunch is before September, before Labor Day. Because if she can finagle her way into the end of summer bop territory, as well as the pick me up yet also be sad September vibes of going back to school, right? Perfect to put out an anthem that is emotional like The Subway, right? So that's where I think that she needs to sprinkle some drops, 1. 2, I think, as much as I hate to say it, you gotta befriend the Lannisters. You gotta befriend the Swifties in a way that's not pandering, in a way that's honest. And that's why I love Chappell, is that no matter what she does, it's brimming with honesty. The whole, like, I'm not going to the White House because I'm not going to perform with you until everyone is free.
We want liberty, justice, and freedom for all. When you do that, that's when I'll come.
Yes, mamas. So, I think we've essentially figured it all out. You befriend the Swifties, but not too much, because, right? You have the approval of the Lord of Light, Beyonce, right? That's what she also needs to do. She needs to make sure, because, okay, this is an important thing that we need to discuss. Very important thing we need to discuss. Very, very, are you listening, children? Why so white? Why so white? The Lord of Light, Beyonce, represents a much broader audience. Chappell Roan right now, it's giving white gaze. It's giving white gaze. And I mean that in both Kate Blanchett senses.
You have such a gaze, a signature, the crew is cracking up here.
I have a lot of gaze?
The signature Disney villain gaze. I want to know, how do you do that Disney villain gaze? Teach.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought Disney villain gaze. As in, the gay Disney villains. Sorry, this is an accent dysfunction. Oh, you mean the gaze, not the gaze.
Right? And we need the gaze to, you know, not be so white in both senses of the word. So that's something I'm seeing. I have not said that Chappell Roan is like that at all, but I'm saying the fans Oh, I'm getting the itches. I'm getting the itches. I'm getting the itches. But you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. We need to just toe the line there, Chappell. Toe the line. So I think that she's put out one album. I think the second album will also do well. I think what she needs to fear is the curse of the Targaryens. Third album not being well received. We see that with Gaga, with Art Pop. Even though I don't agree with that, Art Pop is one of my faves. I'm just reporting history to you all, okay? In many ways, I guess this was a pointless video because I'm not as concerned about the next album for her, but the album after, the third album. That's what I'm concerned about. And come back to this in 3 years, and we'll see where we're at in this Targaryen Chappell Roan story. But that's basically why I'm nervous about Chappell Roan, but extremely excited. Oh, God. But that's all from me today. I hope we do more videos like this, kiddos. I really do. I love goobing and I love gubbing with you. And I've been doing a lot of videos with my family, but I'm gonna start doing more videos by myself. I really am. And I just hope you're there for the ride, because I think it'll be fun. I would love for you to subscribe, like, ring that little notification bell if you would love to, and comment if you feel a need. Because I feel a need for you. Bye.